I am thrilled to welcome in our next guest, the head coach of the Florida State Seminoles. It's Mike Norvell. And Coach, your group today is just a perfect example of the chaos of signing day. You've got some highs, you've got some lows, but overall, what has today been like for you?
I mean, it's been a great day. You look at this class, and I said earlier, I mean, this is a class that's 4 years in the making. For us, we wanted to have a great emphasis, here in the state of Florida and the state of Georgia. We had 17 of our 21 announced signees that, are from those two states. I mean, great, talented players. And we're signing some of the best players in our state, some of the best players in the country. And to be able to have the balance that we did, to get the top players at our positions of some guys we evaluated early and have been committed and played themselves into that. And then obviously being able to attract some of the best, to come be a part of our program is something that everybody around Florida State is excited about.
Mike, you mentioned recruiting Florida, more specifically South Florida, 5 signees from the Tri-County area. Past 2 summers, you've worked satellite camps. I've seen you out on the road during the bye weeks down there. Is South Florida just a must-stop for you guys? Is there a reason why there's been such an investment there?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's so many great players, and a great tradition, of Florida State, being able to get some of the best and the brightest out of South Florida, and guys that have come in and had unbelievable careers. And I think we've been able to address some great needs, but also being able to get, just an incredible group of young men out of South Florida that, have come in and, made their impact and kind of put their stamp on our program, and just going to continue to get better. But, so much of that investment has been, building those relationships, and we needed the time. Obviously, COVID, made it a little challenging at the beginning, but to see it all come back together, and being able to get some of these guys to come be a part of the program is something we're all excited about.
Mike, you mentioned the success in the Sunshine State, and considering the landscape that college football recruiting is right now, what is it like to be in some of these battles in the state of Florida?
I mean, it's every day presents its own challenges, and when you're going after some of the most sought after kids, in the country, it's just about being genuine to who you are, what you're about. A lot of these guys we've known for years, and they've watched our program grow. We built a relationship. We understand who they are. They understand who we are and what's important within our program, and trying to find those like-minded individuals. And as they've watched our football team and the great players that we have, go out there and be able to put on display all of their skills and talents, and to see the growth that they've had off the field. It's something that these guys want to be a part of, and I know that they're going to be the game changers for us as we continue to take those next steps.
Speaking of building relationships and speaking with guys for years and years, your quarterback, Luke Kromenhoek, is a guy that you believed in early on in the process before he even started a game at the high school level. What did you see in him?
I mean, you're just an incredible competitor. I mean, his sophomore year, he's out there, he's starting at receiver, starting at DB. Obviously, I've got to see him. He came to work at camp, and you saw the talent. You saw the arm talent, just the ability that he possessed. But I mean, I fell in love with his heart. I mean, he's just a great person. His first year as a starter, he won a state championship there in the state of Georgia. You continue to see his growth. I think the sky's the limit for him, and he's played himself into one of the best quarterbacks in the country, and there's nobody else I'd rather have than him leading this class, and I absolutely believe in where he's going.
Mike, you said every day presents a new challenge. You got the NIL stuff's going on, the transfer portal. What about negative recruiting towards you guys? I mean, you miss out on the college football playoff after a perfect season. Did you guys have to deal with any of that here down the stretch?
I don't really get into too much of that. We stay true to who we are, and ultimately, if other teams have to try to talk negatively about us, then they're probably lacking in some of the areas of what they need to sell. But for us, we try to present the plan. We try to go out there and be as consistent as we can possibly be, and just in building these relationships. And recruiting is tough. I mean, you have you 17, 18, 19-year-old young men that are making decisions that I know it's hard for them, and and ultimately they get one shot to be able to do this. Coming out and coming out of the high school ranks, and we try to make sure that as consistent as we can possibly be to showcase the vision and plan that we have for each of those individuals. And I think we got a special group that's coming in here today.
Mike, on this desk, you've been pegged by someone as the transfer portal king. How do you personally strike a balance between the transfer portal and high school recruiting?
It's always about finding the best fit, for your roster, for what it is, within the positions that you have currently, to making sure that, if there is an area of need where maybe you might want a little bit more experience, or, possibly to add a little bit more competition at a spot or two, you always evaluate that, but regardless of the background, regardless of the path, we still want that best fit for Florida State. And you're finding those similar mindsets, the characteristics that have shown to succeed here within this team. And I think whether it's high school or it's transfers, I mean, you see that common identity within these players, and they all love to work. They care about people, and they really push to be their best. And this year we had 25 all conference players, as most ever in Florida State history. And you sit there and you look at it, and there's almost 50-50 high school players that have been developed throughout, and then guys that have come in as transfers. So we're really showing a great path for both.
Mike, thank you so much for taking the time today. Congratulations on a successful signing day, and best of luck in the Orange Bowl.
Well, thanks so much, and go Noles.
Love it. Love talking with Mike Norvell. We talk about striking the right balance. I feel like he has perfected that and has really set the standard for coaches across the country on the right way of using both the portal and high school recruiting.